Hey yo, what's up guys, it's Faceless Mondays here, and I'm going to do a full tutorial on Thaumcraft 2. So while you're mining and walking around caves and stuff, you might run into one of these things, and they're called Veee crystals. And you might want to collect them, see as I have saved up here, so we can use them for crafting and for our Thaumcraft factory. Alright, another thing you might run into while walking around when you have this mod installed is a silverwood tree. And these trees are pure, they have pure auras, and they're good for the environment because they get rid of any tint that is produced. And lastly, you're gonna find a great wood tree, and I've already taken some of the logs from here, and we're gonna use some of these logs later on in our video to show you what they can be useful for. Also, what you're going to need is a lot of sugarcane. You need a lot of paper for research. So I planted a couple of sugarcanes outside here, so I can harvest. And I also have an automatic sugarcane underground, which I might show you later. Alright, let's get started. I already made a room in my basement for my factory, but it's best if you make it next to that silverwood tree I showed you, to be friendly for the environment. But if you don't care about that and just whatever, that's cool. That means you might pollute the area and your area will start turning purple and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that. You guys can go ahead and try that, but don't say that I didn't warn you. So here we got, I just made a cauldron and a furnace, and then you put your furnace here on the bottom, cauldron on top, and a Veee crystal that you collected while mining, and that makes a crucible. So let's just place the crucible down here. And another thing we're going to need is a infuser. So to make an infuser, we're going to need some stone. Let's sit here and wait. And you can also make a arcane thing. I forget what it was called. I think I have enough. An arcane furnace that speeds it up much quicker. Part of the Thaumcraft. So we take ingots, stones. This is a stone slab. You take these three and now create this slab. And you take another crystal and plop it on there. Boom. You can use any crystal, by the way, for the infuser and the crucible table. Now, what this thing does is you just throw a couple items in there, and it'll turn it to liquid Veee. Now, it only turns into 50% aura and 50% tint. Now, tint is what I was talking about, is the bad things. You don't want tint, because that will clog up your pipes it'll clog up your whole system, and it's basically, generally it's like not useful. It's only good for like a couple things, but not really useful. And as you could see, I threw in some like almost half a stack of cobble, and I barely got anything out of that. Let's try some sugar. Now it takes a while for it to work, but I can show you later on how you speed that up. So now that you've got some Veee energy, let's use some of that on this table. Now this infuser has to be connected to the crucible for it to work. So let's take some of our wood that we took earlier from the tree, the great wood, and let's throw another crystal together. You can use any crystal for this too, and that'll create a enchanted wood. Now you can use any logs. You don't have to use a great wood log, but if you do use a great wood log, you will get 5 enchanted wood opposed to 4, which is pretty useful. Now as you can see, the Veee energy, or liquid, turned darker, and that's the tint that you don't want. The Veee, and all your machinery that you're going to make, will only accept auras, the good tint. I mean, not the good tint, there's only bad tint. The good part of the Veee. So what you're going to want to make next is a couple of these conduits, so you can pipe around. So you take some glass and make some glass panes. You take the planes and you put them in the center of each side, plop in a redstone and some wood in the corners, and that'll make you some conduits like this. And to make the storage tanks, you're going to need some, just the same thing, but instead of wood in the corners, we put some enchanted logs, enchanted wood in the corners, and I'll make you some conduit, some storage tank I meant. Sorry about that. So let's how about we move this away from our crucible. So let's put that down, and as you can see, it's already clogged with purple, dark purple stuff. And if we were to make any more logs, it would, let's see, yeah, see, it would stop here because it already used up all the good energy, the good liquid, and now it's all clogged and there's no way to get rid of it. And you're gonna have to like break it, and that's a tint. Now I just polluted my area, which is bad, and you don't want that. You need to place it again. Oh, it's full of tint again. So you're gonna be like, oh, Faceless Mondays, what do I do? Help me. Well, I'm gonna show you how to make a Veee filter. And to make a Veee filter, let's look in our recipe book. Here we go. Looks pretty easy. We already have most of the stuff. We just need an alumentum. Alright, and to make alumentum, you take a redstone and some coal. And here we go, we got alumentum. So now we can make a Veee filter. And you plop that in the middle. Here. Oh, are we missing something? Veee filter. Oh, that's not it. I'm making that one later. Alright, so it looks like I need some more logs. Oh, looks like we ran out of Veee again. So here we have it as all Taint in there. So let's throw some of this stuff in there. Slowly. Alright, so you put the alumentum in the middle, you put the conduits on the sides, you put the enchanted logs on the corners, and some ingots. And here you have it, a Veee filter. So let's move our infuser back up in front, and let's put a Veee filter right next to our crucible. So as you can see, it's filtering out all the tint and pouring it out into your environment, which is pretty bad. So if you want to be more environmental friendly, you just put more of these things and stack them up on top of each other, and it'll slowly get rid of all your tint. So let's put our infuser back down, and let's make more logs. So there's no Veee in here because it's all just tint. That's why it's not working right now. So I'm gonna have to throw some more items in here. And you know, I'm gonna throw a diamond block and see how much you'll get. Oh, it's over full now. So the rarer the block, the more tint the more liquid Veee you'll get. And you do not want to overfull because bad things will happen, and you don't want to over pollute the area because more bad things will happen. But I'm not going to show you what's going to happen. If you guys want to figure it out, go ahead. Good luck. And so yeah, we're going to wait for the tint to be filtered out, and here we go. We got some more enchanted logs. Another way to get Veee is to make what I showed you earlier. What was it? Veee condenser. Right here. So it's just 3 logs, a Veee crystal, and a conduit in the middle. So let's make that. And I think you can use any type of crystal for this one as well. There we go. What's going on? Why is it not making? Did I do this wrong? A Veee crystal, enchanted logs, conduit, and ingot. So ingots, conduits, enchanted, and a Veee crystal. No, I don't know why it went wrong, but here we go. And let's put this down right. Oh, right here. Alright. So this thing will produce Veee, but it produce 100% pure Veee, none of that tint. So let's make a storage tank, which is what I have here in my hand. And to make that, we're gonna need some more logs again. Ran out of that great wood log. So you're only making 4 at a time now. And if we place these in the corners, let's make some more glass planes. Put them in the centers, corner here, and here we go. We got a storage tank. So if we place our storage tank on the side right here and pipe it through, that means all the pure Veee is going to get stored here while it's being filtered out. And actually, let's move this on the other side. Let's move it here, and let's pipe it towards the storage tank because we're going to fill this up. And what this does is you can place all your depleted crystals that you get from here while making your wood, because they're basically generally useless anymore, so you don't want to use them anymore. Just throw them on here and they'll just take the rest of the energy and the Veee, liquid Veee, and then they'll just store it into this tank along with the crucible. So that's another way. What's special about this one is it only takes the pure stuff. It doesn't create any tint at all. And the tint all from this energy will get turned into a tainted crystal, and that's what you get from this box on the side right here. So it looks like my tank is almost full. So let's make another tank on the side right here, and that should start filling up once that's full too. And that's generally it. If you're gonna, you can make some more tanks on the side here, add some more pipes. And what we're gonna make now is an arcane furnace. So let's make a furnace here, and then let's take, oh, my bad. I'm supposed to make it in here. So you can put the stuff in any of the 6 slots, and we're going to use the same 3 items we used before. Is that correct? Oh, nope. This one you have to use a fiery crystal. To make the other stuff, you can use any other material, any other crystal I mean, but for this one you only have to use a fiery crystal, because it's a furnace. So now we have a furnace, and it works just like a regular furnace, except it's faster. And if you put it under a crucible, it will increase the speed of the crucible as well. So that is +1 for the arcane furnace. And let's move this up 1 because we want this to be right next to our crucible. So let's place that down. So now we got the Veee energy that the liquid Veee is gonna get put into here to filter out, and then it's gonna power out this arcane furnace and fill up the tanks, and power this one, and that's gonna fill up the tanks as well. So here we have the arcane furnace. You can throw some coal in here, and it will power this thing, the crucible. And let's grab a switch. Do I have one? Yes, I do. A lever to turn it on and off, because you don't want to waste it. So that's on right now. If you turn it off, the flame will pause. It'll turn blue and pause. And you can throw, let's see if I have any ores that I can throw in. Not yet. Here we go. So let's throw in some ores. And as you can see, you can queue up a lot of spots, so you can go for a furnace for a while. And throw a little bit more coal in there. So this thing is very fuel efficient. It will save your fire. If it's done, it will turn. You can turn it off, or if there wasn't a crucible, it would automatically turn off. But since there's a crucible on top, it will keep using the fire to power the crucible. So next thing we should make is let's see what else we have here. Back. Set items. Let's make something to increase the speed of our arcane furnace. So to make an arcane bellows, we need some more enchanted wood, some leather, vapor crystal, and an ingot. So it looks like we need 1 more enchanted log. Looks like tainted crystals don't work, so put in one of these ones. And it's slowly, oh, here we go. And we have that, we need leather. Here we go. So let's plop that in our crafting table. We have to use a vapor crystal. And some of these ones, and here we go. We got an arcane bellows. So this acts like a fan, or like it pumps air into it, which will increase the speed dramatically. So we got this thing increasing the speed. We got the V increasing, and as you can see, it has a chance of doubling the ore. So I started with 7 ore, I think, no, 18. I don't remember. But as you can see, we have 4 and 4, 3. I'm trying to show you an example. 16, 17. Alright, maybe you won't see it, but it has a chance to duplicate the items you have. So that's pretty good as well. And since this is being powered too. So the speed that this thing is working at will be the speed of the crucible. And so now if I throw a stack of half a stack of stuff in there, it will turn into liquid V way much faster than it normally would without the arcane board powering it from the bottom. Alright, so next what you want to make is something that will detect the taint and the aura in the area, because you don't want to get out of hand and mess up your world, do you? Well, if you do, then be my guest, but I'm not going to show you here. I don't want to ruin my world. So to do that, first we're gonna see what we can do to measure the taint in the area. So for taint, we put in a compass, a gold ingot, and a tainted crystal. It's moving quite slowly right now. Looks like it's stopped. See all that dark purple? That means those are the taint clogging up my tubes. But we got my Veee filter filtering out. Maybe I'll make a couple more and filter out the pipes on the sides. But it's moving up. It's moving. We're making progress. And let's see what we have in here. We have our quicksilver and we have our iron ingots. Now, I don't know if you haven't noticed, but I got a little bit more quicksilver. I'm not sure about the iron ingots. I should have recorded how much I put in. But right now it's taking V from my tank, and it's just about done. Yes, we got taint detector now. Sweet deal. And if you look on the bottom right of my screen, you will see a taint meter showing you how much taint. So if I right click stuff, it'll tell me how much taint are in my material. And it looks like there's some taint in my little what are these things? Storage tank. And let's make a aura one, the V detector, to detect how many good energy we have. So as you can see, the taint is getting into my tubes, and you can. It's not a lot right now, but it'll tell you how much is clogging up the system. And let's see if it takes a while. Let's check on our V condenser, and as you can see, it's just under half. That's how much V is in it. How much V energy is left. It looks like this is still going, so let's turn this off. And it'll pause the flame. As you can see, the flame turned blue, so that's very fuel efficient. It will save you a lot of fuel if you're going to use it as a furnace to replace, which I recommend. And it's almost done. Here we go. We got a V detector. And as you can look at my bottom right, it'll show you how much V is in the area. And it'll detect how much V are in objects as well, which is pretty cool. Alright, now I'm going to show you another cool thing. Is if you take these two things and put them in here, then you grab a fire crystal, an air crystal, an earth crystal, and a water crystal. It will combine them two to make a thermometer. This is taking a while. Getting clogged. Should I make another Veee filter? This is taking a while. Where's the taint coming from anyways? I'm not sure. There's something in here. The taint's probably coming from the tank. I'm clogging up my system. Because I know this thing produces pure Veee. Anyways, I think this is taking longer. And there's actually a way to speed it up too, and I'll show you how to do that next. Alright, it's done. Thermometer. So now, if you look on the side, you get another addition with arrows. And we'll show, and that tells you the changes. As I'm standing near here, if you look on the bottom, there's a green arrow. That's a tint, and that's showing that tint is going up in the area. And the good energy, the Veee, is going down. So that's not very good. And if you right click, it'll also tell you the Veee and the tint, and plus the capacity at which it can hold. So that's pretty useful. Alright, the next thing we're going to make are seals. And to make seals, we're going to need a redstone, a gold ingot, yeah, we're making arcane seal. And let's make a couple of them. And as you see, it works pretty fast. And we got some depleted crystal from our last one, so we can just pop that in here. Create more Veee. And what we're gonna need some rune essence to go with these seals. To make that, we're gonna need some gold ingots. Alright, now that we got some ingots, let's make some essence. So to do that, first we'll need what are these things called? A nitor. We plop that in there, ingots. And then let's make one of each of our crystals. And let's make some rum. Let's throw some stuff out that we don't need. Alright. And let's make one of each. So let's make a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 of these ones. It's getting slower and slower. So let's add more fuel to our crucible. Let's grab another diamond block. That seems pretty quick. Pop that in there. Over full again, as you can see on my thermometer on the side is not good. I think these are done. Alright. And let's get 5 of these. And let's put an earth one. A vapor one. Fire. Veee. And a tainted one. Alright, cool. Now we got our essence, and what these things do, you can place them with the arcane seals, and you can put a bunch of different combinations with them, and they will do different things. Alright, so let's make our first item. Let's put this here, and let's take some magic ones. And if we pop 3 magic on there, it will boost your atomic machine. So now everything will work so much faster. And awesome there. So I'll show you again how to do that. You take, as you can see, the top right, it shows these 3 balls. It shows you how fast, how much power it's receiving. I don't know if you can click anything else, but yeah, now it's on full right now, and that means it will create things much quicker now. So here's it. We're gonna make one of those things again. It's called, we got glowstone, redstone dust. We'll make a nitor. I'll show you something else that's cool. We take a redstone, and we take a coal, and that'll make aluminum. And you take that aluminum and the nitor, and that will create an arcane singularity. and I'll show you what we're going to use for that later on in the video, but I'll show you what it does right now. It's not really safe in here to do. Yeah, I'll show you later. So with that thing there, that's 3 magic essence, and that'll help you boost up your machines. You can put a bunch of these things together and make a combination of them, and there's so much different combinations. Like there's one for zapping enemies, there's one for pulling in objects, and the one I am going to make is a teleporter one, which is going to be awesome. Which one I was going to do? Oh no, dang it. I need to make another seal. Okay. Now as you can see, works pretty quickly now. And I like to use these seals. Let's place a seal here, and how about let's place another seal here. It's not really facing each other. And then we take a magic and an air. And the order you do this is very important. So, is this magic? No, we're out of magic. So let's take one of these ones again. And V crystal gives you magic essence. So we got some magic here. So placing the magic on and an air. And that will create a warp portal. Oh my god, look at that. Amazing, I can see myself. It's like Portal 2. Like the game Portal. So that's pretty useful. And if you break them, you lose your essence. So make sure you know what you're doing before you place them. I'm not going to get into every single combination. Maybe I'll leave a link in the bottom to a site that shows you what every single combination does and whatnot. So have fun with the seals. So much you can do, so much potential. And look, as you can see, we made a tainted crystal. So these depleted crystals turn into tainted crystals, and now we have more crystals to work with. Looks like my second tank is starting to fill up. Alright, let's get into the research now. The last part. I think I've covered mostly everything, except the arcane bore. I don't really want to get into that much. Maybe in the next video. Alright, let's make a research table. Now, to make a quantasium, which is a research table, you need ink sac, feather, glass bottle, gold, and stone. And you take those items, you plop them in. I already made one. I don't think I have that much ink sacs, because squids are hard to find in the desert, because that's where I'm living. And as you can see, I already have the quantasium. And if you put it in the middle, surrounded by a bunch of bookcases, it'll work just like an enchanting table. The bookcases will increase its success rates. So to get started, you're going to need a lot of paper, like I said. So I have a sugarcane chest, and we're just in time. As you can see, I have a sugarcane farm in the back working. And here we go. As you can see, every 5 minutes the pistons will activate, and it will break off all the sugar canes off, and then it'll go down to the water, and there's a jump pad and fans. Basically it's just an automatic sugar cane farm that will store the sugar canes into my chest for me. And I'll show you a tutorial on that if you like. Just leave a comment below. Once again, and let's make some paper because we need some. And let's grab some stuff to research. And let's make some bookcases. We're gonna need a lot of bookcases as well. And we're gonna need a lot of wood too. Ugh. Research table is such a pain. So let's put our ignore those papers for now. Put these things away. I think we need them right now. And let's get some wood. So you can use watermelons. Pumpkins will give you a high chance for research success as well. But bookcases gives you the most. That's why I'm making some right now. And let's make some books out of those papers. Here we go. Looks like we can make 10 bookcases. just enough to show you guys. Demonstrate. Alright, here we go. 10 bookcases. Called it. And let's grab some artifacts that you find in throughout the world in chests and treasure chests and trunks and stuff. And how about we do a common forbidden artifact? Yeah, let's do that. Let's research a common artifact. So you go to your table, you know, put your artifact there. As you can see, this is your success rate. That's only 10%. It's not very good. Your failure and your losses. that's your chance that you'll lose the item. But we're surrounded by a bookcase. If without the bookcase, I think you would get like an 8% chance, or I'm not sure. But if you put some bookshelves in here as well, as you can see, it increased another 10%. So now it's at 20%, which is pretty good. And looks like we're gonna need some paper. I used all mine up for those bookcases back there. But that's alright. We got some more sugar canes. And let's pop some paper in here, and it'll start doing its work. And the purple bar will show you the progress. And it looks like we failed and we lost the bookcase. It's failing again. Damn, this is pretty unlucky right now. Alright, let's grab another artifact. How about an exceptionally forbidden one? This one is pretty rare. As you tell by the name. Oh, this one. Exceptional artifact. Okay, let's put in the exceptional forbidden. I think this is the best one that I have. It has a 93% success rate, so that's pretty high chance. So here we have a fragment of forbidden knowledge, and that's pretty good. And just put that back. So we put the fragments back into there's 4 types. Oh, we lost it. Bummer. We lost. That was a waste. But you know, it's not all bad. You can also put in wood, cobble. Of course, you'll get a lower chance. So the rarer the item, the higher chance you'll get fragments of knowledge and stuff. So I put in a bunch of cobble, and I've gotten a bunch of fragment of lost knowledges. So let's do this. Let's put the fragments in here, and as you can see, we have a 27% chance, and we lost the item, but we gained a theory. And here we are. We're losing the knowledges, which is not a good idea. Let's try to fill that up. We have 18%. And looks like we have another theory. The Thaumcraft Crucible. Don't we already have? Oh, it must be an upgrade version of Rock Crucible. This is the first time I'm like researching stuff. So throughout the series, I'm going to be making. I'll probably update you guys on more and more, you know, things. So here we have the theories. So let's pop a theory back into here, and let's try and increase it as much as we can. And here on the top, right next to the theory, you'll see these balls, and once it goes all the way up to the 4th one, you'll get a discovery. So 62%. Oh, here we go. We discovered a Thaumcraft Crucible. Sweet deal. Right here. Now it says you can make a Thaumcraft Crucible. So to make that, we need a Crucible of Eyes, a Thaumcraft Crucible, and some Thaumcraft ingots. Now, I don't know how to make that, and I don't know how to make that, so we just have to wait till we can discover that. So let's just chest that. And here's a couple other things that I've already discovered. Here's some cool goggles. Let's try and make that, since I already got the items for that. And let's grab some leather. 1, 2, 3, and looks like we're gonna make another one of these thermometers. Oh, you also can make a crystal ball. Yeah, I'll show you how to make a crystal ball too. Oh, looks like we need our crystals again. Oh. So let's grab our crystals, or actually our essence and our crystals, I guess. Looks like I'm running out of room again. Let's throw our wood back in here. Alright. So let's see, how did we do this? To make a thermometer, we need our compasses. And then we need our gold. And then we need a Veee crystal. And painted crystal. I'm gonna skip the orb. I'll leave a link below so you can check it out yourself. But the orb will show, if you right click with the orb, it will show you what the effects of these seals do. And alright, what else did we need? Yes, we need to make another one of those thermometers, and we need each one of the elements. I don't think it matters what order you put them in. Looks like I'm missing my fire one. Oh, here it is. So if you're wondering why I'm like sprinting through it, the sword gives me the ability of charging. If you were wondering why, it's not lagging, it's just teleports forward, or charges forward, lunges forward. Alright, here we go. Almost there. Yeah, here we go. Looks like we got some more depleted crystals we can just throw in a Veee condenser. Let's make these goggles. Here we go. This is the first discovery that I've made. Goggles of revealing. How do I use these things? Do I put it on my face? Oh, sweet deal. That looks so cool. Now let's see what this thing does. It says, a marvelous eyewear duplicates all functionality of the thermometer. It also allows you to see things that are not usually visible to naked eye. So basically it's just a portable thermometer device. As you can see on the bottom right, I have the thermometers, and if I right click, actually it doesn't look like you can check the items, but I got some cool eyewear now. Pretty awesome. And pretty cool. These are so cool. Alright. Should we go back to researching? I don't want to get too much into research because I don't want to. You guys should go and figure out what items you can make with the research. But here's all the stuff I've done so far. The theories, and then they go from trivial to easy to moderate, hard, tricky, and torturous. And torturous ones are crazy. You need a lot of bookcases and materials. So basically, you put your items here. You get your fragments of lost knowledge. You put your fragments of lost knowledge in here, and you will get your theories. Let's see if I'll get one. Yes, sweet deal. I got a Thaumcraft crystallizer. Looks like it's hard. So you put your theories back in here, and you will get these little balls, your little steps. And I don't want to risk it because if you don't have anything to increase the chances, and this is all empty right here, it will. Let's try the trivial one. This should be easy. I don't think I need to upgrade it. You will lose the item. There's a possibility you'll lose your theories, so I don't want to do that. This one's trivial, so it's the easiest one. Looks like I discovered an arcane focus. And let's just throw that stuff in here. Alright, let's get to what we've been waiting for. I'm going to show you how to get into one of those monoliths. Alright, finished with all the boring stuff. Alright, the moment you guys been waiting for. I'm going to show you how to get into one of these suckers. So as you can see, I've got my arcane singularity that I've crafted just for this special moment. And if you right click, oh my god, it will suck items in and like even animals and like destroy everything. Oh my god. Now trust me, you don't want to throw this in your house. Like, I learned from experience. You thought that was the key to opening this thing, wasn't it? Well, you're wrong. Here we go, for real now. The key to opening this thing is goggles of revealing. And look at that. It just revealed these 4 colored things. And you're probably like, dude, oh my god. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I am a genius. And look at that. There's these little squares here. What is this? What is it? Oh, what? It's just a perfect fit for perfect fit. Whoa! Looks like that was the wrong one. Looks like I need a Taint one. Oof, that was scary. You gotta be careful. This is like trying to defuse a C4, a bomb. Oh my god! Look at that. It's opened. And what you're gonna do is, you know, whatever means of getting down there is all on you, man. But here we go, man. Here's my means of getting down there. You can just jump down and you'll die from that fall damage, but this rope here will get me down. Alright, man, I'm gonna end the video here. I don't want to ruin it for you guys. You guys gotta figure it out yourself. Do your research, do your homework, come here, figure it out yourself what's down there, but I've got you this far, man. And have fun with Thaumcraft.